Welcome back to our daily news update, bringing you the latest headlines from around the world. Now let's begin.
Kate Gosselin under fire. Mommie Dearest allegations family feuds rebuilt life. Gosselin and her family, including ex-husband John, twins Mady and Cara, and sextuplets Alexis, Hannah, Aaden, Collin, Leah and Joel rose to fame in 2007. The Gosselin family has been under scrutiny ever since they were launched into the spotlight in 2007 with their TLC series, John. I have never wanted to have to do this, but I feel I have been backed into a corner and left with no choice. Although it saddens me to do so, I need to speak out now, she said in a rare public statement to People magazine last week. My son Collin, whom I love with all my heart, has received multiple psychiatric diagnoses over the years. For the safety of myself, his brothers and sisters and for his own well-being, he was placed in a facility following years of outpatient treatment which proved insufficient for his needs. The decision to admit him was made by emergency room doctors following one of his many outbursts, this one involving his use of a weapon, she continued. Fast forward to the present day, and following John's removal of Collin from treatment, my son's unpredictable and violent behavior has sadly continued regularly towards John, Hannah, his sister, and others around him, she wrote. Kate did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. Collin's claims are just the most recent instance of Kate coming under fire. During the show's heyday, Kate often appeared to be the stricter parent and routinely received backlash from viewers and critics. In a 2011 episode of Kate Plus 8, she addressed the perceptions about her personality. Of course, my obnoxious, controlling personality and the fact that everything needed to be perfect, clean and done well, I'm sure added some interest in the mix, she said when describing John, and she acknowledged she didn't always come off well on the show. I couldn't even stand myself in season 2, she said. I think that people think that I'm like, Mommie Dearest, like this horrendous person. She continued, am I rosy and peachy and splendid all the time? I think everyone in this room could say, no. Sometimes, over 2 days of shooting for one episode, and I have 3 crabby mommy moments. Well, guaranteed you're going to see them all in a 22-minute show. So, of course, that makes me look like I'm crabby mommy all the time. It's really difficult to balance it all, she added. John and Kate were married for 10 years before their divorce was finalized in 2009, also effectively ending the original version of John. She said of her marriage with John. In 2016, John said he hadn't seen all 8 of his kids together in 3 years at that point, and he later told Entertainment Tonight he didn't even know where Collin was. Kate appeared on Good Morning America that same year and said, we are both court-ordered not to speak about the care and custody of our children in detail. I've known all along where Collin is, but the world doesn't know, and I'll leave it at that. Regarding allegations about her parenting, Kate said, I've been investigated many times, it's always unfounded. Obviously, she said. In 2017, police were called to an orthodontist's office after a dispute over custody broke out between John and Kate. The couple reportedly argued over one of their then 13-year-old daughters and who would take her home from the appointment. John later revealed that one of his daughters, Hannah, had moved in with him full-time. He also later filed for and eventually won custody of Collin. In a Vice TV special called Dark Side of the 2000s, Collin said Kate was abusive and sent him to an institution when he was 12 years old. John backed him up and said he spent $1 million to get my son out of the institution. I'm not going to say I was a perfect child, Collin admitted in a teaser shared to Twitter, but I'd say my misbehaving was no different from my siblings. His sister, Hannah, also appears in the series, and she said in the trailer, I don't think effort was made in the home to help him learn what behavior is acceptable and what behavior is not acceptable. Collin states in the clip, I know my mother was going through a lot of things. I mean, a divorce, and plenty of different things that can't be easy to go through. And, I want to think that she needed someone to take her anger and frustration on, and it was just kind of me. I was in the way and I was there. So, she chose me. Collin reportedly only has a relationship with Hannah and does not speak to his other 6 siblings as of 2016. Collin's sister, Mady, also weighed in on the family drama, saying on her Instagram story that Collin had physically threatened the family. "I will never allow someone who has exhibited hateful and even violent behavior toward others in my life, and I refuse to compromise for anyone, even my brother Collin," she wrote. Kate's brother, Kevin Kreider, and his wife, Jodi Kreider, spoke out on CBS This Morning in 2009 about the effects the show was having on the kids and said that both Kate and John were being blinded by fame. "They're being exploited," Jodi said of her nieces and nephews. "And it's time for America to see the situation for what it really is, which is unfortunately there are no laws protecting children in reality TV shows. And it's time for the public to be aware of this." She noted that after the first season, the show's demands grew and there were cameras in the children's bedrooms at one point. And they were filming all year around. And these were very huge concerns for us. Kevin and Jodi appeared on John, Kate plus 8 inches in earlier seasons. "We have talked to them many times about the subject. And they have often said, hey, this is kind of our lives. This is what we chose. This is how we're going to provide for them," Kevin said. "And we feel that they have chosen this path with disregard to their children's safety, security." At the time, Kevin said his relationship with Kate was strained. That same year, on the special episode of John, Kate plus 8 inches titled, Kate, Her Story, she spoke about her relationship with her family. Regarding her brother, Kate said, "To confirm things he has no idea what he's talking about. That never happened, to cash in and make money. Hurtful doesn't even cover it." She also spoke about her relationship with her parents. "My parents email me, I email them back. They're very different from me. Nobody's right," she said. "There's a lot in my childhood that was not happy," she continued but did not specify her meaning, saying it would take 10 years to figure it out. She also noted their relationship had changed before the family went on television. "My parents do support me from afar," she added. In 2014, Kate's sister, Kendra Wilder, did an interview with the Daily Mail, claiming they hadn't spoken in 6 years. "Kate does not speak to her family at all. It is very painful," she said. "In the past, the people who were close to her were the people who were making money from her, and we thought that was very dangerous. The last time we saw and spoke with her, it was in our church parking lot. That was years ago. I have lost track of time," she continued. "I guess we weren't totally on board with what was going on with the kids. I guess we weren't excited enough for her and were concerned about her family." Kendra also said at the time that Kate was not speaking to their parents. Just before John and Kate announced their divorce in 2009, Kate was accused of cheating with the family's bodyguard, Steve Neild. She told people at the time that she was horrified by the rumors. "The next story coming out from the animals that stalk us is about our security person and his family," she told the outlet. "Already the allegations they're making about me are disgusting, unthinkable, unfathomable, and I am horrified." She continued, saying of Neild and his family, "These are people who absolutely love us and want to see us through to the end. Of course, both of them travel with us at times, and we've spent holidays together because in this situation, your circle grows smaller and smaller, and it's very natural to become friends with your manager, your publicist, your security team. They're the only people you have left. And now they're coming under fire." John was also rumored to have been cheating around the same time, allegedly with a teacher, which he denied. After she and John finalized their divorce, Gosselin went on to live life as a single mom, and the TLC series rebranded as Kate plus 8 inches for a few years until it came to an end in 2017. 2 years later, Kate was back on camera, this time as the sole focus of a show about her romantic life, Kate Plus Date. While promoting the show on Today, Kate explained why she had remained single for a decade since the divorce. "I was busy with my kids. There was no energy, there was no time," she said. "By that time, Mady and Cara were headed to college and the sextuplets were turning 15. It occurred to me that soon it's going to be me and the dogs rattling around the house, Kate continued. If I don't want to be single forever, I've got to try. The series followed Kate going on dates, including a cooking lesson and an improv class, with 10 bachelors. And at the end of the 6-episode run, she would decide who would get a second date. That same year, in 2019, Kate was spotted in New York City with Neil, but it was never addressed by either party. Kate plus Date aired for only one season, and she remained quiet about her love life again until an interview with People this year. I will never say never because I mean, maybe, I don't know, she told the outlet about whether she planned to date again. I don't know what it's going to feel like to be at home all the time by myself. Maybe I will end up being lonely. Let me just go hang out with a friend. Rebuilt life. Kate now lives in North Carolina with 6 of her 8 children, twins Mady and Cara and 4 of the sextuplets, Alexis, Aaden, Leah and Joel. According to the Daily Mail, Kate obtained her nursing license in the state in 2022. Prior to reality TV fame, she had been a labor and delivery nurse in Pennsylvania. The New York Post reported in 2021 that the Gosselin house, featured in Kate Plus 8, sold for $1.085 million. But Kate hasn't completely abandoned life in the spotlight. Earlier this year, she appeared on the Fox series Special Forces: The Toughest Test, going through boot camp-style physical training and challenges, but she withdrew early in the competition due to a medical issue.
Subscribe to my YouTube news channel now, providing accurate and reliable information on the latest hot events. Join the community for exchanging opinions and learning from each other. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss out on the latest videos. Let's explore the world of information together.